Get your Post-its and markers ready, people. We are back with our board. I'm Tiffany Taylor.
And I'm Denise Salcedo. I loved your intro.
Get ready, because we ranked track 5s, and now we are ranking Taylor Swift albums.
And of course, this one doesn't include Lover yet, because let's face it, we've only heard 3 songs yet so far. But we'll go ahead and redo another ranking once we get familiar with the Lover album. But we're going to go ahead and rank Taylor Swift to Reputation. So
Yes.
I'm actually really nervous, okay? Because I'm scared that I'm going to make some last minute changes.
I am gonna, yet again, ruffle some feathers, make some controversial statements, some controversial choices. So, Swiftie community, I'm sorry, but I have to follow my heart and say what I feel. So please don't hate me and know that I do love all 6 albums. I really do.
I think no matter what, again, I think that think about all the fans that there are in the world. Not everyone can have the same opinion.
You're right.
And you never know who's gonna think exactly like you.
You are correct.
So if you guys didn't watch our previous video, we did rank the track 5s, all 7 of them, and it was really fun. So I'm just gonna really quickly explain the rules again. If you guys watched the last video, then you already know. But essentially, I'm orange, Tiffany is green, and we're just gonna be posting our little, notes here with our color and going from 6 to 1. So
Yes.
bottom,
Counting down.
So guys, again, we are ranking the albums, okay? This is a big deal because we're talking about a big chunk of music, okay?
Yes.
So many songs, so many lyrics, so many memories. But we're gonna go ahead and do it.
So much to consider. Tours,
Yes.
outfits, aesthetics,
So much.
feelings, time
So
of
we're
our life.
including everything, right? Okay, because
yeah.
at first I was just thinking tracks and songs. Okay, the pressure is on, guys.
Number
Right.
6, here we go.
Our least favorite. I wrote my answers down on the side.
Yeah, I have some notes. I probably will refer to my notes.
I will too. Oh God, I'm so nervous. All right, ready? Should we do our countdown?
Yes.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh!
Oh!
We're the same.
We're the
Okay,
same
so my
one.
answer was Taylor Swift. Tiffany.
Mine is Taylor Swift.
All right. I kind of feel that the reason why this album is my least favorite, it's only a testament to Taylor Swift herself.
You're right.
Because it was her first album. If I were to say oh, this was her first album, it was the best album and she never did better than this, I think that would be not a compliment. I think the fact that her debut album is ranked at number 6 is a compliment to her.
Because she's gotten better and better. You're right. No, I agree. And I think too, I didn't really become a Swiftie until the Fearles era. So for me, I'm just not as familiar with the Taylor Swift songs, but I love Our Song. I love Picture to Burn. I love Should've Said No. So there are amazing tracks on Taylor Swift.
I feel that the best part about the Taylor Swift album though is that for me, I remember listening to it at a young age when you're kind of you're going through your teenage years and you're sort of discovering who you are. And at the same time, Taylor writes about those kind of songs where she's kind of discovering, who she is. And I think that this one was sort of the foundation in terms of getting Swifties hooked on Taylor.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, obviously it really set the groundwork for her to become this massive global superstar. So we
yeah,
the debut album, but it does rank number 6 for both of us.
Yes, I know. I'm surprised. Okay, we're going so far down the same path.
Number 5.
Number 5. It's gonna get complicated.
We're gonna differ.
So so this was actually, I think, the last album I was listening to on the way over here.
Oh.
So I kind of feel a little bad because there were some songs where I was like, ooh, I don't really know, but
this one,
I'm just gonna have to do it.
This one is one, oh my gosh, don't say it yet, that people are going to be mad about. You're gonna yell at me in the comments. I already know it. I might get tweets. I get that this album means a lot to a lot of people. I get it. But for me, I just, the other 4 just rank higher and mean more to me than this one. I get that people love this album. I'm really sorry I put it at number 5. But I just have to do what I have to do. And it doesn't mean I don't like it. The other 4 just rank higher.
All right. I think that's fair. Although I will say when this era ended, I almost cried. So the fact that it's at number 5, I don't know what to tell you. I did cry when this era ended.
I don't know what you're going to say. All right. Should we do it?
3, 2, 1. I had a feeling when you said Swifties were going to be upset.
Now mine is red. You have 1989 as number 5?
I have 1989 as number 5, okay? But again, I did get very emotional when this era ended, but the reason why it's at 1989 again is because other albums just rank higher, and I felt horrible because on the drive over here I was listening to New Romantics, and I was like, how on earth am I gonna rank 1989 so low when it has a song like New Romantics, Wildest Dreams?
I'm upset by your number 5. I get that people are gonna be upset by my number 5, but 1989 is like not a number 5 album.
I love 1989. 1989 was amazing. The era was amazing, and I still remember how the way the tour ended. With,
that tour, I think all the time, I'm like, I just wish I could go back and see the 1989 tour one more time. It was so good.
And that was still when she was doing arenas, so like no matter where we sat, we were still pretty close to Taylor. I had really good seats for the 1989 tour, so I remember it very vividly.
That tour was hard to get tickets for.
Yes,
that was a mission.
5 nights at Staples Center in
and
Los
it was
Angeles.
so hard to get tickets. I ended up seeing it in San Diego.
Oh my god!
I didn't even see it at Staples Center because I couldn't get tickets.
And it was like celebrity after celebrity at the show. Like this was a celebrity-studded show for sure. This is also the era where I felt like there was a lot of newer fans too.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
She got a lot of new fans with this album.
Yeah, but I know that Red is a fan favorite among Swifties. I'm sorry to rank it 5. I love 22. I love We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. There are a lot of songs on Red I love, but just as a whole, I don't feel that passionate about every song like I do other albums.
That's good. That's interesting. Interesting. See, again, we're going differently. We're going down a different path here. All right, guys, is this gonna get ugly? Number 4. All right, this was a last minute change. This was not number 4. Probably 20 minutes before we did this video.
Oh.
I had this album was at a different spot, but I had to do some rethinking, some refeelings. This album was the album where I said I will forever be a Taylor Swift fan for the rest of my life.
Okay, I know what you're gonna say.
It set the standards.
Obviously, we know what album she's gonna say, right, guys?
I think. Do you know?
I think we know.
You feel the vibes? You feel the vibes?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to say anything about yours before?
No, I'll say after.
Okay, I'm scared. I'm so scared. All right, ready?
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh! Reputation.
Yes, I knew you were gonna say Fearless though when you were like, I will be a Swiftie for life. But yeah, Reputation, I loved Reputation. Lots of great songs on Reputation.
Yes.
Call It What You Want, amazing. Getaway Car, I Did Something Bad, and I loved the whole like badass Taylor vibe of Reputation. I was super, super into that. All of the funky outfits and just like the snakes and everything. But for me, you know, the other 3 albums just are my top 3.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. So I'll talk about Reputation later once it comes up on mine. But for Fearless, like, guys, Fearless, there's just every song is just like an instant, like, oh my god, this was actually...
Fearless is what made me a Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah, okay, see, okay, so we can agree on that
it's like, and I think even too, Fearless, you can listen to it like top to bottom and not skip a song.
No,
it's just amazing.
No skipping on that one. And then this was also the first tour I went to. Was the Fearless tour in San Diego though. I didn't make it to the LA ones. The tickets sold out for LA. Or they didn't have an LA show. Did they have an LA show?
I don't know. I didn't live here yet. I was still in high school and living in Omaha, Nebraska, where I'm from. So I saw the Fearless tour in Omaha.
Okay, so now I don't remember why I got it in San Diego. I'm wondering if that was the only show at the time. I don't remember. I just know I watched it in San Diego. But I remember when Taylor Swift came out, I like balls out, started crying. I was like, this is it. I'm like, she's finally here.
I know, and I have a lot to say about Fearless. So should we go on to number 3?
Okay,
and then
should we talk about? Okay, we can talk about it afterwards, maybe. Because you know, once your album comes up, you can talk about because there's still a lot more to say about Reputation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but we'll talk about it later. Okay. Let's move on. Ranking number 3.
I know. I maybe gave my number 3 away by what I just said, but
no, I don't think you did.
My top 3. You know, it was really hard to rank these top 3.
Yeah, those top 3 I think was the most difficult for sure.
These 3, I mean, are all special.
I'm still not even positive.
These 3 are all special to me and important to me in different ways. So, all right, number 3, are you ready?
Okay, I'm scared. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, okay.
Fearless.
So our 3 and 4 swapped. So that's not bad.
Okay, I put Reputation. All right, want to go first with Fearless?
Yeah, I mean, Fearless, that's just, like we said, an album you can listen to top to bottom. So amazing. That tour, I remember seeing the Fearless tour. And remember when Taylor Swift went around the arena in that little basket?
The gold lights and all of that. But she had the lights, right? Or was it the white one?
I can't remember what it
She's
looked like.
She's done 2.
I think it might have been the white one. It was like a little basket, and she like literally went up into the, you know what I mean? It was like on a pulley system, and she was like up in the crowd, and I just remember being like, I have never seen something like this
seen it like
at
that
a concert
either.
in my entire life. I mean, it was such a theatrical, amazing show. I was like...
Then she had the drum, she had the outfits.
I just was like, I've never seen anything like this. It was so amazing. I think that going to that Fearless tour, even back then, she was so young, you know? And that was really her first arena tour, but I mean,
She
Fearless...
nailed it.
Yeah, that album is what, like you said, made me a Swiftie for life. I was like, this, I could still listen to songs on Fearless. You Belong With Me, Love Story classics that she still performs at every show because they are that good. But I also... Let me refer to my notes really quick, because I have other songs from Fearless I love. Hey, Steven, You're Not Sorry, Tell Me Why. Also, all great good. Fearless songs. I love Fearless.
All of them.
Why did you put Reputation number 3?
All right, so I put Reputation number 3. It was almost going to go to the number 2 spot. I'm not going to lie. It almost went to the number 2 spot. So I feel like I've been spending a lot of time with Reputation, obviously, since it's the last album that came out.
Yeah.
And it's funny because at first, like I told you, like I got very emotional when 1989 ended, and I was like, man, like is Taylor Swift gonna be able to top, you know, 1989 and all these other albums? And then she came out with Reputation, and at first I was like, okay, this is different. Like this is very different. This is a very edgy Taylor. At first I was kind of like, I'm not really that big of a fan of snakes, you know, like they kind of creeped me out. But
I
afterwards,
embrace the snake.
Yes. But then
the
songs, like there's so many, Getaway Car, there's Dress, there's just
Dress.
there's
Delicate.
so many, Delicate. This Is Why We Talk About Nice Things.
Are You Ready For It is a bop. I love Are You Ready For It.
Oh my gosh, that one is just like the best song. Like I think every tour should open up with that song.
Are you ready for it?
What era we're in, I don't care. It has to open up with that one. But
yes.
Reputation was just like, there's something about that album that just gets me, and like I'm gonna say it's probably becoming one of my favorite eras, or my second favorite era. I haven't really decided yet, but I'm also really sad that it went by so fast.
It did go by fast,
you know, and I wanted to see more of that, like, you know, more music videos. Like we all wanted the Getaway Car music video, you know, and I just think this album is so good, top to bottom. And there's difference, you know, there's Taylor, like, you know, sort of like rapping, and there's like that really romantic, sexy Taylor. We got very sexy Taylor, which was very nice, and also we had that sassy Taylor, you know. So we
did something bad.
Yeah, so we had a lot of different versions of her in this album, and I think that in terms of like in comparison to all the albums, this is the one that I think had a lot of her different personality thrown into it.
Interesting, the most variety.
Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh, now I'm gonna not want to bump it up. All right, the point is, I love Reputation.
Okay, and yeah, I mean, I love Fearless. Number 2, this, Denise, you're gonna be surprised by what I'm about to say.
Oh, I'm scared.
Because I have always said that one album is my favorite album.
Is that not happening anymore?
Well, because when I really sat and thought about it, because I always said that my favorite album was because my favorite song is on it. But when I was sat down to think, what album can I listen to all the way through, not skip a single song, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never ever tire of. So I had to make that my number 1. So number 2, I love.
Like you had to go back and check yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, and I know that I've said this, what I'm about to say is my number 2. I've said before is my favorite album, so I'm going to contradict myself. But I had to do what I felt, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even written it down yet. I was too busy
talking.
talking.
I'll say something in the meantime about my album. This album, you know, at first I didn't realize how much I really liked it until I sat down and looked at the songs and the song list, and I just thought, this album is so freaking special.
Oh.
And I just remember like my college days with this album. Okay. I don't know why. This is my college days right here.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Speak Now.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I put Red.
Yes. So obviously we differ on our Red
for
opinion.
sure. Oh my gosh, Red is so much lower on your list.
I mean, and everybody loves Red, but for me, yeah, I mean, Speak Now is just, well, we now know where we're gonna rank our other albums, right? But Speak Now, I love Speak Now. Sparks Fly is my favorite Taylor Swift song of all time. I also love Story of Us, Haunted. She wrote the whole album herself, you know, with no co-writers, and I do love Speak Now so much. I've always said it's my favorite album, but when I then sat and thought about it, I had to rank.
Is it your favorite era or not your favorite era? Because it's high on my list in terms of eras.
I think my number 1 is my favorite era.
Okay, got it. So yeah, I love Red. The Red tour was super nice. I drove to San Diego for the Red tour too. And I remember being super close when she came down and did like her acoustic versions. She threw the pics out of the crowd. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And then the fashion too for the Red era. You know, she kind of ditched that fashion though really quick though, I feel. It like came and went.
Yeah, well the Red era is when she kind of all of a sudden debuted a new look. You know, for Taylor Swift, Fearless, and Speak Now, she did the curly hair, and suddenly Red, she had the straight hair. She had the more pop songs with I Knew You Were Trouble. Yeah. So it definitely was a, you know, like a new leap. I think it was also
during the Red era that I liked most of her magazine photo shoots as well. I think my favorite ones were also during the Red era.
With the bangs and the straight hair.
Here we go. Number 1, our favorite Taylor Swift album.
Yes. And I do love Speak Now. You know that I've always said it's my favorite. Yeah. But I had to change my mind today.
Here we go. I think we know. Okay, let's put it on.
All right.
Speak Now.
Now, why is Speak Now your ultimate number 1?
All right. So Speak Now has always been my favorite because, again, top to bottom, like you said, can't skip a song. But the thing about this album, though, is the lines. The lyrics specifically that she uses on each and every song. Okay, again, like I mentioned with Reputation, we get another sassy Taylor, a very bold, I'm just gonna say it, you know, sort of thing. And then there's all these like these different stories and these different feels, and every song is like you know, like it just gets you up, you know, like with every single song. Like there's, you know, and one of the last songs too while I was driving, I listened to a lot while I was driving over here, okay? So I was also listening to Last Kiss, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, Last Kiss should have been a track 5.
Yes, it definitely feels like a track 5.
I don't know what album or whatever, but that should have been a track 5, okay? I was thinking about that too, but I just think this album is so colorful and so much fun, and it's my favorite era. It's like when I think of Taylor Swift and I think of her trademarks, I think of the Speak Now tour, the Speak Now album, all of that stuff. So, yes.
I mean, I love Speak Now. The tour, remember with like hitting the bells, like with Haunted?
Yes.
That's like one of the best Taylor Swift tour moments.
So good.
You just remember so clearly. But for me, I had to put 1989 number 1. You ranked it 5.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Know.
For me, 1989, because that's the thing. If I'm being honest, Speak Now, I'll skip like a couple songs. 1989, I will not skip a single song. All you gotta do is Stay, I Wish You Would, Shake It Off, Blank Space, Style, Wildest Dreams, like. For me, like 1989 was just the era that changed everything for Taylor Swift.
And I also think it was the most captioned era, like in Instagram and Twitter and social media. I never saw anybody quote as many lyrics on their captions as I did the 1989 era.
Maybe, well, because it was really kind of at the height of social media and Instagram and everything being, you know what I mean, so on the internet, I guess. But it's just, I feel like it was just such a turning point for Taylor Swift. It's when she went full pop, and she went from being, obviously she was a huge star, but she wasn't the level she is now. Like 1989 is what took her from like, oh yeah, Taylor Swift's really famous and she sings country songs and some pop songs. But in 1989 it was like, she is the biggest star in the world. And
she proved it too. Like she said, oh, you guys think I could just do this one style? No, I'm gonna go ahead and do another style.
And I just, oh my gosh, and the fashion and the looks and her short haircut and everything about the 1989 era.
The legs, that's when we saw a lot of leg.
And the short shorts, and she kind of all of a sudden, before she was a little more conservative, but finally she was, you know, like 24, 25 and feeling like, oh, I can be like sexy and sassy, and yeah, give us these kind of like, you know what I mean, like sassy looks. And
she was dressing like the pop star that she is.
Yeah, and it just, I feel like also even being a longtime Swiftie, as we know, the world has gone through phases of how they feel about Taylor Swift. And pre-1989, everybody kind of hated on Taylor as this like serial dater. You know, it was like, oh, she's with Harry Styles, or she's with Jake Gyllenhaal, whatever. She got a lot of bad press and people were not really about her. And all of a sudden with Shake It Off, everyone in the world was a Taylor Swift fan. And it felt so good to finally like have everybody on our side. I was like, oh my gosh. And then of course other things happened later. People are like, will she ever recover from this? I'm like, where have you guys been? The world has gone through these cycles of how they feel about Taylor Swift. Back in the very beginning, like Fearless, it was like, oh, she's too surprised at award shows, you know, and she's too like shocked all the time.
She is.
And then it was like, oh, she dates too many people and she writes songs about them. And it was like, oh, all this other drama. But as we see, you know, every single time she comes back bigger and better than ever. But for me, 1989, it just really cemented her as this global superstar, iconic, will go down in history artist. So
yeah,
that's how I feel.
No, honestly, I think it's a great pick. Like, it's just so hard. Like, when you have all of these albums to rank, like, I can't even sit here and argue with you and tell you that you're wrong or you know anything like that.
Because they're all good. And I mean, even too, growing up with Taylor Swift, every single album, you have songs that you associate with where you were in your life.
Yes.
Exactly. Red was when we were in college.
Yes.
And I can remember, like, who I was dating and how that felt when these songs came out. And even the same with, like, Fearless and Speak Now in 1989. You
remember your
reputation,
life at those moments.
Yeah, and you associate songs with certain people and you hear them again and you're like, it takes you back to that moment, you know? So every single album, is special,
so
of course.
Good. I'm just like looking at our list and I'm just like laughing like at how so crazy, like it's different, like other than like the number 6, like
that's
kind of you have your art albums at the top and I have my art albums like kind of in the middle.
Yeah, we switched these two. This was almost similar, but the only one we had the same was number 6.
Gosh, this is so cool. I loved ranking our like top 5 tracks that we did in the previous video, and now we have like this very nice visual of our top favorite albums. So yeah, I'm excited to redo this video once we've gotten Lover in here and we can throw it Lover. So we'll be updating it soon.
We should keep the board, you know what I mean, and then figure out where it goes in.
Alrighty, well there you guys go. That is our ranking of Taylor Swift's albums. Let us know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. Tiffany, where can they follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at _Tiffany Taylor. And yes, please let us know how you rank Taylor's albums. Give us your top 6 to 1.
And if you guys want us to rank anything else, again, let us know in the comment section. And you guys can follow me at _Denise Salcedo. But as always, thank you guys so much for coming in and watching our videos. We really hope that you enjoyed them. We have so much fun doing them for you. As you can see, we have props now, so maybe we'll have some more in the future. All right, guys, until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.